Hey, I'm back again. So you know it's been a while since we've been together for learning how to play guitar. So, listen, mine here. There are two ways to play this song, which we're going to talk about tonight. It's called "The Fall." It was by Cody Johnson, released on the deluxe version of the album Leather. There's two ways to play this. The first way to play is from a different tuning. That's the C tuning. If your guitar is tuned down to a C, then you may skip ahead. You may then feel free to not have the capo on. However, if you have a capo, put it on the first fret. Mine's half step down, so I put my capo on the second fret. On the second fret, and this key is also an E flat. So for this one right here, if you want to have the capo on, okay, the chords you're gonna need for this one is the B minor, G, D, and an A. The fifth chord is the B minor 7. So that's the chords. Now there's a picking pattern involved with the strumming pattern in the chorus. So I'm going to do the picking pattern, and we're going to discuss it along with the strumming pattern together. So here's a sample. Been good time drunk, enough to be bad time sober. Broke a mad dog's heart when it disappeared over my shoulder. Been headstrong, right and dead and wrong. Good with God, but I dropped the ball. Spent my whole life holding on. And even when I fell off, the ride was worth the fall. The fall was worth the smiles. Smiles were worth the tears. Tears were worth the miles. Miles were worth the pain. Pain was worth it all. It's all worth this life. Life is worth the ride. The ride is worth the fall. Alright, so let's break this down. And before we get started here, if you don't know the B minor bar chord, first finger on the high E string, second fret, middle finger on the third fret of the B string, pinky on the fourth fret of the G string, and your ring finger is going to be on the fourth fret of the D string. Now, the picking pattern here is 4, 3, 2, 1 for the intro. So that's 4, 3, 2, 1. And for this one, it's probably 4, 3, 2, 1 for each picking pattern. And you're going to repeat the process 2 times for each chord. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Or you can just, with the G chord, and then for each one. Now for the chorus, the strumming pattern I'm doing for the first part of the chorus is all downs. But in between, I hit the muted string, so it's like this. back to the picking pattern for and now there's a second part of the strumming pattern which I found. The original strumming pattern is so it's down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So it's like and you do that throughout the second verse and the chorus. And the guitar solo is G, B, and A. And when you go to the last part of the chorus, the rise with the fall, falls with the smiles, smiles with the tears, tears with bars. Those 4 lines, you're going to do the same picking pattern like I showed you before. So let me show you again. The ride is worth the fall. Fall is worth the smiles. Smiles were worth the tears. Tears were worth the miles. And that's when you strum. And that's when you stop. You go back, and then you go back to the strumming pattern that you did for miles worth of pain. So it's like, so let me show you again. The ride was worth the fall. The fall is worth the smiles. Smiles were worth the tears. Tears were worth the miles. Miles were worth the pain. Pain was worth it all. It's all worth this life. Life is worth the ride. And the ride is worth the fall. Outro, you do the same picking pattern as you did for the intro. So the outro is A, B minor, G, D, and A. Here's what it sounds like. And there you go. That's how you play The Fall by Cody Johnson. 2 different ways. And if you like to figure out how to do the second part, which is the C tuning, we'll put that in the link we'll put the 2 links in the description below. That way you can learn. And I'm sending this lesson to my good friend Aaron Jacob because if he watched this lesson and learns along with me, I really hope that he can play this at his next gig. And if he does this and watches this, be sure to mention me, because I am a great guitar teacher. Well, not really. Bye-bye.